right. I'll probably agree with that.
Everybody? What's up, Bear? How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Going?
We're going back. Well, first of all, I want to apologize to you guys on how Kyle's treating you. I see keeping you outside. It's 32 degrees. He's got you out there. You're going to get pneumonia and get frostbite. Cutting you a period of practice today. I'm going to talk to him about it, guys. I promise you, ladies. I'm going to try to see what I can do with him. But just seriously, as you know, we're going to shrink it back just a little bit practice, so therefore we're pushing you guys out just a hair earlier. You're going to see the same things that you've been seeing. We're just going to move to our team segments just a hair faster, and we're excited to get out here and get after it. Fire away.
The decision to compress practice, what goes into that?
Well, our job, I said in the press conference on whatever that day was, Monday, is to get them recharged physically, emotionally, psychologically. It's an open date. This time of year, it's typical across the country for if you're playing this late in the year, an open date this late to really take it off of them. So we're going to emphasize speed and quality over length of practice and quantity.
So no tackling this week, maybe a little bit next week?
Yeah, we're going to get more physical next week, and this week it's more about mental. It's about kind of the psyche and the running around, and we're going to take away music today at practice, and not as a punishment, but just as a focus to create our own energy, and we got to be able to do that.
You scrimmage the younger guys?
No, I'm not going to do that right now. Not going to do that right now. My focus is getting ready the guys that are going to be going to Baton Rouge for us right now, and we need those guys that serve as scouts to be at their best. But right now our focus is on the guys that will be going to Baton Rouge.
Well, things are kind of a whirlwind the last few days. Has it started to slow down a little bit for you?
Not really, to be honest with you. But it's okay. I'm kind of going on adrenaline, and it's been good. And everybody's been great in the building. Randy Ross and I have been working hand in hand a lot, just developing the plan for the next several weeks, getting that mapped out, and now it's time to do some football.
Is there anyone hurt that might not be able to play that's been playing?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
We shouldn't anticipate losing anybody from a medical standpoint that hasn't been playing. Let me think that right. No, I do anticipate Jalen Catalan not being available for the rest of the year. He had a minor injury that's going to affect him. He'll be out the rest of the year.
Is the recruiting plan for Thursday, Friday, Saturday kind of like it was? Or
No, we're changing that. Our emphasis right now is this team. And, we've been working hard on the recruiting trail, just on the phones. And one of the things that we originally planned to do, I'd originally planned to do the best thing that we could do is go see the guys that are currently committed. We've already done that. We've already used the fall evaluation period to hit every one of our guys that were committed or are currently committed. So you can't double dip that. So anything else beyond that right now, in my opinion, would be counterproductive.
How do you split up the quarterback reps this week?
We're going to let them all play a little bit. And just like we are at a lot of different positions, Joe and I talked about that today. We're just going to kind of, as we ease into the week, and I don't mean that in a soft term, but as we ease into the week of prep, we're going to make sure that all those guys to kind of reestablish themselves. I mean, look, we all know this. We've seen that play out during the course of the year, and it's been a carousel. And there's a reason it's been a carousel, and I don't mean that negatively. It's just that one guy's flashed here, one guy's flashed there, and we're going to continue to give them opportunity to show us what they've got down the stretch.
Just what have the meeting rooms been like with you and the other coaches as you kind of formulate?
Well, they've been great. It's been obviously a little strange. You go from being a peer, and I still am a peer, but being thrust into a role of leadership. And for me, it's a little bit strange initially, but I've kind of gotten beyond that, and I think they have too. And they know that somebody's got to step in and take a leadership role and make decisions, and that's what I've been doing. I'm very comfortable doing that, and they've been really good.
What's the Spidey status for this next?
Should be available. Need him to be ready to go and help us. He's got a lot of ability.
Devion getting closer?
Not really. Maybe the open date will do him some good, but sure, he's getting closer. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I mean, he's not going backward. And I wish to know more later in the week, but right now he's improving, but still not quite there.
I know it's only been a few days.
Hold on, right here.
I know it's only been a few days since the transition, but have any players approached you about potentially transferring?
Not to me, they have not. They probably couldn't catch me if they wanted to. I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off.
The Catalan injury, have you talked to him? How's he?
He's on the rebound. He'll be fine.
How impressive was it for LSU to go into Tuscaloosa this weekend and get that win?
Very. I mean, they've got a great football team. You can see that. Mature, physical, gifted. Not a whole lot different than a lot of the LSU teams that they had together over the years, but this one seems to be playing with more moxie and belief. very impressive win. Anytime you go anywhere on the road and win in our conference, it's a pretty big accomplishment, much less Tuscaloosa. So it was an impressive win.
It's a big first game to try to get ready for, but I mean, can you kind of really get them motivated on that?
I mean, you know, if you can't get motivated in the situation that we're in, then something's wrong with you. I mean, to go and have 2 weeks to, you know, try to make an attempt to shake what's on us, and you know, playing the #1 team in the country at night in Death Valley. I think they're known for being pretty good at night there. But, you know, we went there in 2015 at night and played a great football game, and that's what our focus is to go again and to play. You guys have heard me say this repeatedly, and our guys are probably already sick of it, to play our best football game that we played this year, all together. OD, special teams together. If we'll do that, I think our guys will walk out of there feeling good about it.
Have there been any new guys step up as leaders since the news, other than, you know, Studa, Sosa?
Nothing I perceive, but I think that'll show its head in the next 10 days. Again, this is our first practice on the field today, and so there's a lot of different types of ways to lead. Some are more vocal than others, and I think you'll see that emerge. Best way at this point to lead is do your job and do it the very best you possibly can do, and that's what we need the whole organization to do.
With CJ out, how have the others tight ends stepped up, in your opinion?
Well, they've been okay. I mean, they've done a very admirable job. Truthfully, the last couple of weeks we hadn't really had a lot of opportunity to make a play, and part of that is, you know, we hadn't gotten a rhythm offensively. We've had a lot of 3 and outs, and a lot of our playmakers hadn't been a chance to get involved. That's not by design. I mean, you got to give us a little credit in that regard. But when you don't get momentum and you don't get some rhythm, it's really hard to get into your game plan and get the ball distributed to the people that need it. And so hopefully we can develop some kind of rhythm here to where we can get off on our tracks or stay on our tracks and create those opportunities.
2 more.
KJ shoulder.
See, I told you he's mean. I mean, this guy, he's mean now. You got to watch out for him.
KJ shoulder, okay.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's a non-throwing shoulder, little bruise that I think he'll be more than fine.
You had said on Monday you knew there were several guys qualified that could have taken this job. What's the delicate balance of them on board with you? How do you feel about that?
Well, you know, at first it was a little bit weird for me, but I think we've moved beyond that. And it is what it is now, and those guys, all of those guys have been great. I mean, and I'm not this isn't a one-man show. I'm trying to gather information and questions and open dialogue with guys that have been there in this situation before. I mean, Jeff Traylor's been a head high school coach for years, and obviously Coop not only was a head coach, he was an interim coach at one point at FIU. And so there's a lot of different resources available for me that I'm using, but yet at the same time, there's decisions that are having to be made hourly, almost, and which is the life of a head coach. I'm finding out, and I'm making those, and hopefully I'm making them for the best interest of our football program.
Thank you.
They good? Thanks, everybody.